prison.
The prominent attorney said that once he is elected president in 2025, he will relinquish his position at Hughes Field and Stobie. Hughes made it clear that while himself and senior counsel Andrew Pollard were involved in the management of the firm Hughes Field and Stobie, at no time did he, Nigel Hughes, render any legal advice to ExxonMobil. He said the law firm, which was under the auspices of his late father, advised international oil clients back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, while Pollard exclusively dealt with and managed the client ExxonMobil, rendering his role as party leader no conflict of interest.
Andrew Pollard, the senior counsel, has exclusively managed the client ExxonMobil. I have never advised, participated, or assisted Exxon in any negotiations with the government of Guyana at any stage.
Jagdeo alluded to persons like the prominent attorney may be politically exposed and can use their position to influence those in the business consortium. Jagdeo said a probe may be necessary. Hughes addressed Jagdeo's comments about him being, quote-unquote, politically exposed.
I have been a politically exposed person since 2011, when my wife became a member of the National Assembly and subsequently minister. I understand that the Vice President has an interest in the absence of any spine in my body. But I understand why he would not have recognized it, as he's unaware of what a backbone looks like.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Health on a Friday launched the 2024 Mass Drug Administration campaign for the elimination of lymphatic filariasis in regions 3 and 4. More details from Tiana Cole.
While delivering the feature address for the lymphatic filariasis elimination campaign on Friday at Carmel Secondary School, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony stated that the Pan American Health Organization (PAHO) had established an agenda to eliminate approximately 30 diseases from the Americas, with several of those diseases being present in Guyana. As a result, the minister made a decision to establish a plan to eradicate diseases like trichomoniasis, malaria, leptospirosis, filaria, HIV, tuberculosis, and hepatitis C. According to him, the diseases will either be eradicated or they will no longer be a public health threat in the country. The minister emphasized that the government has been working to reduce filaria for more than a century. He went on to say that because of earlier initiatives, there aren't as many people suffering from the disease today. Furthermore, the minister had decided to expand the campaign to Region 3 and 4 after the results of the most recent epidemiological surveillance survey, which indicated that those two regions had the highest number of cases. Meanwhile, opposition member of parliament Dr. Karen Cummins, who was at the launch, encouraged persons to take their pills.
I'm from the constituency of Western and Charleston, and I've taken my pills this morning. They are very safe. I implore all our Guyanese, especially those from our Boys Town and Charleston, to come and take your.
Minister Anthony and other officials who were at the launch took the filaria pills on camera. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after this break for more news.
Opticians Light Intelligent Lenses. Pick your color. Choose your style. Available at Optique Vision Care.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical, empowering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you are 18 years or over by June 30, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE, you are required to apply for registration if your name is not in the PLE, apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered, apply for a name change if you have changed your name, or apply for a correction if your registration particulars are incorrect. Any person whose information on the PLE is incorrect can apply for such information to be changed or corrected. Any person applying for a change or correction to his or her particulars must provide the relevant original source document: birth certificate and deed poll for a name change by deed poll, marriage certificate and ID card for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption or naturalization certificate for correction of minor clerical errors. Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of those transactions. The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, July 15, 2024. For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Krishna Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back with the HGP Nightly News. The votes from the People's National Congress reforms, the 22nd Biannual Congress, have been counted for the 15 Central Executive Committee members. The 15-member committee members are Nima Flu Bess, Mervyn Williams, Ganesh Maipal, Coretta MacDonald, Robin Simon Reyes, Rup Narayan, Anil Sugrim, Joan Ann Ramasindu, Sherwin Lowe, Troy Garraway, Kimel Kisoon, Marcia Gordon, Wainwright McIntosh, Deron Adams, and Jermaine Figueroa. Earlier this week, Aubrey Norton returned as leader of the PNCR, Sherwin Holder as chairperson, while Elizabeth Williams-Niles and Vince Roy Jordan were elected vice chairpersons. Elson Lowe was elected treasurer. No access to a fire hydrant and faulty equipment were major factors that hindered firefighters from quelling the Bushlot West Coast Berbice blaze that led to the loss of life. More details from Carice Gonzalez.
The Guyana Fire Service has acknowledged challenges in its response to the recent fire in Bushlot, West Coast Berbice. Issues with fire hoses and delays in accessing an open water source hampered efforts to contain the blaze and protect affected properties. according to a recent statement by the service. The statement indicated that although there are 2 fire hydrants in the area, only one was operational. The other hydrant valves were obstructed, rendering it inaccessible. Additionally, a power outage impacted water pressure from the working hydrant, further complicating the effort. The Guyana Fire Service has refuted claims of delayed response to the Bushlot West Coast Burglary fire. According to the service's report, it received a call at 6:03 p.m. and dispatched the first tender from the Onverwacht station by 6:10 p.m. Subsequent tenders from New Amsterdam and Mahika arrived at 19 hours 1 and 19 hours 21 respectively, involving 3 water tenders, 16 firefighters, and 3 emergency medical technicians. In light of the recent incident, the Guyana Fire Service has reiterated the importance of fire safety measures for homes and businesses. The service has urged citizens to install smoke detectors, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, and fireballs, while also considering fire insurance to mitigate potential losses. Meanwhile, Carl Prasad of Lot 16 Bushlot West Coast Burbees died following a fire of unknown origin that broke out at his home approximately 17 hours on Monday. However, Subdivision Officer Ewart Kestney of the Guyana Fire Service had confirmed to the Nightly News on Friday that investigations into the cause of the Bushlot West Coast Burbees fire are on the way. The exact cause remains undetermined, despite ongoing efforts by the authorities to ascertain the circumstances leading to the incident. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
As 8 energy companies submitted bids to conduct a 3D seismic study of Guyana's oil blocks, General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Barrett Jagdeo, has already indicated that the state is not keen on making changes to the fiscal conditions of the new 2023 production sharing agreement. Antonia Day has more.
Our fiscal conditions are very onerous. We don't share that view. We don't share that view that the 10% royalty is unreasonable. You're going to be producing 1.3 million barrels a day soon. So we're getting to be like a fairly mature jurisdiction. We doubt that we are going to change the fiscal conditions.
That was General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Barrett Jagdeo, during his usual Thursday media conference at Freedom House. According to the 2016 Production Sharing Agreement, also known as the PSA, Guyana is entitled to 2% of all pre-cost revenues as a royalty and 50% of all profits, with a cost recovery ceiling of 75%. According to Jagdeo, the state will be lenient when it comes to some terms and conditions in the new model PSA.
In the past, if you get a block and you don't do anything, there is no consequence to it. Now you have to put up a development plan. So your development plan to do the wells may be $400 million. If you don't do anything, the fine is $200 million for holding the block, and that's part of what we have now.
Now that 8 oil companies have submitted bids which are currently being reviewed, Jagdeo said that the state will be guided as it relates to conducting a comprehensive study of Guyana's oil blocks.
Now that we're going on the route of the seismic, we'd have to talk to our international advisors.
In June, the Ministry of Natural Resources, through a public notice, sought expressions of interest from a reputable and experienced firm to conduct 3D multi-client seismic surveys offshore Guyana. According to the notice, the project aims to acquire, process, and interpret high-quality 3D seismic data to facilitate the exploration and potential development of hydrocarbon resources here. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
And still on the energy sector, economist Elson Lowe said that the intercompany payments made between ExxonMobil Guyana and its partners for the Stabroek block is worrying, as research shows that this can lead to cost inflation. Here again is Antonio Day.
UK firm IHS Markit, in its 1999 to 27 audit report, restated that nearly 50% of the intercompany charges by ExxonMobil and its partners Hess and CNOOC were included in the fourth quarter of 2017. According to the auditing firm, there was limited transparency since the company failed to make available critical documentation. Economist Elson Lowe, speaking on the subject, cautioned against such practices.
It's been indicated in previous studies that that is one of the areas in which there is potential for costs to be inflated. So we have to keep a close eye on that.
Lowe referenced that $40 million was paid between Exxon and its partners before the signing of the partnership agreement, which should not form part of the cost recovery amount.
Therefore, the government must, of course, pursue this in order to ensure that Guyana gets its money back, so to speak. But really, what we want to hear from the government is what is the status of our arbitration claim based on this first audit?
Lowe said that the IHS Markit report has been disputed by ExxonMobil to the point that it's up for arbitration, and the state has been silent on this matter for months.
The dispute has reached the level of arbitration, and we have not heard anything from the government about this for many months, which has led many people to believe that the government, in the same way that they dragged their feet on conducting the second audit.
IHS Markit also informed that, quote-unquote, no charges for VAT has been included in the cost recovery statements, nor was it submitted by Esso Exploration and Production Guyana Limited. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after this break for more news.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
The Guyana Elections Commission GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. If you became 18 years or over by June 30th, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. Monday, 15 July 2024 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For further information, contact GECOM at 225-027829, 226-65578 or 9, 223-9650, or visit our website at www.gecom.org.gy.
Some $76.517 billion is being invested in housing development and the building of highways, creating wholesome communities for your families. This, among other developments, is supported by oil and gas revenue.
These nice products I spoke with proper things. Peppies, you get the best and these things. Oh no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow. Yeah, put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you and you and you and you and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love
Thanks for staying with us. You're with the HGP Nightly News. The Guyana Society for the Blind has been burglarized once again, this time targeting Colin Caesar, one of its directors. Daisy Richards reports.
Colin Caesar, a director on the board for the Guyana Society for the Blind, is the most recent victim of burglary. The incident took place at the Society's Working Rust location. Caesar, who was not at home at the time of the incident on Thursday between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., said other residents were alerted by a noise and called the police.
We had 3 other persons who were in the building sleeping at that time. They were on the other half of the building. I think they would have heard some noise and they did summon the police. That is how the police managed to come.
According to Caesar, the police on arrival met the entrance of the building ajar, but did not see any signs of forced entry. They, however, did see signs of forced entry on his living quarters. After being made aware of the burglary by a colleague at around 4 a.m., the man said he made his way home to find a large sum of money missing along with some electronic items.
So subsequently, I came down and I realized that they would have taken the television set, a laptop computer, a cellular phone, a power mixer, also $135,000 in cash, Guyana currency, and $200 US. A tablet also, an Alcatel tablet. Those were the things I would have discovered missing when I checked.
He highlighted that in previous incidents, the Guyana police force were alerted, but it was to no avail as no justice was served.
Just reports have been made and, nobody was held as yet. So we're still waiting.
Caesar added that a few of his colleagues were victims of burglars earlier this week and in recent times, and as such, the society is looking to install cameras or some sort of security at the earliest convenience. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
With the number of dengue cases increasing countrywide, the Ministry of Health has increased testing sites in all administrative regions. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
In every region of Guyana, through the RHO, we have given them all the necessary things to be able to handle dengue, including test kits, how to make the diagnosis and everything else.
That was Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, who was on Friday speaking on the sidelines of the lymphatic filariasis elimination campaign. He added that persons can now access several testing sites across Region 6.
Outside of the main hospitals, we have 9 different areas that we are doing testing. So we have increased testing sites, not just in Region 6, but in all regions.
In addition, each region is in receipt of chemical and fogging machines and the regular scheduled fogging exercises.
But in every region now, we have teams that are going out and doing fogging, village by village by village. And we have increased the frequency in which we are doing this. So we want to return to a village every 2 weeks so that we can control that mosquito population.
He, however, added that a number of patients hospitalized are on the decline.
But I think the biggest way that we can make an impact is to look at the environmental things and make sure that we look after our environment, don't have too much stagnant water, use the habit, and when the people come to do fogging, work along with them.
Just last month, the minister said the Health Ministry would have done 18,500 dengue tests countrywide and 4,700 persons were tested positive. 398 had to be admitted for care. Tianco reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
The Guyana Elections Commission GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. If you became 18 years or over by June 30th, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed. and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can make a claim for registration, change or correction to your particulars, or you can object to the inclusion of anyone who you believe should not be on the list. If you are desirous of making a claim or objection, you must visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to do so. Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions. All GECOM registration offices will be open Mondays to Fridays from 8 hours to 18 hours, Saturdays and Sundays from 10 hours to 14 hours. For further information, contact GECOM at 225-027829, 226-65578 or 9, 223-9650, or visit our website at www.gecom.org.gy.
Calling all small to large scale businesses. The International Building Expo 2024 is coming to the National Stadium from August 8th to 11th, 2024. Whether you're a small business or a major player, there's a package for you starting as low as $20,000. Network with industry leaders, boost your brand visibility, and generate high quality sales leads. Register now at www.buildingexpo.gy. That's www.buildingexpo.gy. Or call 592-635-1103 or 592-635-1104.
Oh no, welcome to Building Expo.
GECOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you are 18 years or over by June 30, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all the registration divisions for you to check if you are listed and whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, the 22nd of July, 2024. For more information, contact GECOM on 225-027829 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Guyana, are you ready for an African explosion of culture as the African Culture and Development Association ACDA hosts Emancipation Festival 2024, featuring premier cultural acts from top Guyanese groups, South America, the Caribbean, and around the world. Come, let's celebrate the culture of our forefathers with Africa's food, history, fashion, innovation at Guyana's biggest cultural festival. August 1st in the National Park. Gates open at 10 a.m. See you there. Around day, we all hold together.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Peru. The presidents of Peru and Ecuador pledged to join efforts to fight transnational organized crime and also discussed new possibilities for oil processing, Peruvian Dina Boluarte said on Thursday. Boluarte made the remarks in Lima after meeting with her Ecuadorian counterpart, Daniel Noboa, in which the two signed a joint declaration between the Latin American countries. Quote, "We have managed to define commitments with collaborative approaches to confront transnational organized crime," end of quote, Bullard said, specifying that her and NABOA had talked about cooperation on migration and illegal mining. On oil integration, the leaders addressed, quote, "the possibility of addressing Ecuadorian oil in the Tal Ara refinery," end of quote, said Bullard, without further details in a speech accompanied by NABOA. The Tal Ara refinery belongs to state-run Peru, Peru's cash-strapped oil firm that is struggling under multi-million debts and has little liquidity to maintain its operations. While in Brazil, Brazilian federal police on Thursday formally accused former President Jair Bolsonaro of embezzlement for allegedly misappropriating jewelry he received while head of state, including luxury items given by Saudi Arabian government. Two police sources said this is the second time police have formally accused Bolsonaro of a crime. He was charged in March with forging his COVID-19 vaccine records. The jewelry, some of it made by Chopard of Switzerland, was valued at $3.2 million and included a diamond necklace, ring, watch, and earrings given to Bolsonaro and former First Lady Michelle Bolsonaro by the Saudi government. Some of the jewelry was seized by customs officials at Sao Paulo's International Airport in October 2021 when it was found in the backpack of a government aide returning from Riyadh. The police accused Bolsonaro of money laundering, criminal association, and embezzlement, according to one of the sources. In an investigation authorized by Supreme Court Justice Minister Alexandre de Moraes, police last searched the homes of military officers who allegedly helped Bolsonaro sell some of the jewelry in the United States. At the time, Justice Moraes said the items had been sold and the sale had not been declared. News website G1 reported earlier on Thursday that police had formally accused Bolsonaro. Brazil's prosecutor general can now choose whether to charge Bolsonaro based on police accusations. Later, the former president could be indicted if a judge accepts these potential charges. Now for some international news. Hurricane Beryl took aim at some of Mexico's top tourist resorts on Thursday after churning past the Cayman Islands and belting Jamaica with winds that tore apart buildings and uprooted trees. Beryl, now at Category 2 strength, has left behind a deadly trail of destruction across several smaller Caribbean islands over the past few days. It had crossed over the Cayman Islands and was on a path to strike the Mexican beach tourists of Tulum on the Yucatan Peninsula's eastern coast on Thursday or early on Friday. Cancun's international airport was packed with tourists hoping to catch the last flights out. Around 100 flights were cancelled, the state's governor said on social media. The unusually fierce early hurricane was located about 200 miles, 322 kilometers west of Grand Cayman, the largest of the 3 islands that make up the British territory. According to the U.S. National Hurricane Center, Caymanian officials issued the all-clear on Thursday after the storm spared them the worst. Quote, "We had ever confidence that the Lord would hear our prayer, and I am absolutely delighted to say that He has delivered us yet another time," end of quote, Premier Juliana O'Connor Connolly said on Thursday. Caribbean islands further east were less fortunate. Authorities say at least 11 people died, a number that could rise especially as communications are restored on islands devastated by extensive flooding and powerful winds. Beryl centers skirted Jamaica's southern coast, pummeling communities as a powerful Category 4 storm on the 5-step Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale before weakening slightly later on Thursday. There were 2 deaths in Jamaica related to the storm, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said in an interview on CBC on Thursday. Still, most Jamaicans were, quote, giving thanks, end of quote, Holness said, after having escaped the worst. The storm's winds are expected to slow further over the next day or 2, but will likely remain at hurricane strength until it approaches Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Barrow's maximum winds had dipped to 110 miles per hour, and it was forecasted on 4 to 6 inches, 10 to 15 centimeters of rain on Mexico's Yucatan late Thursday and into Friday, with as much as 10 inches in some places, the NHC said. In Venezuela, at least 3 people had died and another 4 were listed as missing. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has forecast a large number of major hurricanes in what it has predicted will be an extraordinary storm season this year. The season runs from the start of June to the end of November. Barrow's destructive power coming so early in the hurricane season underscores the consequences of warmer Atlantic Ocean. Scientists say human-caused climate change is fueling extreme weather. Thank you for watching and do have a great weekend.
Police forces top brass reshuffled claims management tool to foster efficiency. Alleged investigation on the way. Hughes debunks Jagdeo's claims of providing legal services to ExxonMobil Guyana. Health Ministry launches file area elimination campaign for regions 3 and 4, and full access to fire hydrants and faulty hose complicated bushlot fire containment, Guyana Fire Service. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Alethea Grant. Thanks for watching.
Never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. Hey! 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. Oh yes you have. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh I will sing of the goodness of God.